Hey you, and welcome back to another episode of Kerbal. Let's play Kerbal Space Program, that is. This is episode 14. We're going to do something kind of fun today. If you don't remember the end of the last episode, if you didn't see it, this is what we've accepted a couple missions here, and we're going to try to do all of them at once, except for this space station here. We will not be doing that. We do have 33 years left to do it. Alright, so we need to explore Minmus, which counts, to do that, it says rendezvous 2 vessels in orbit, and dock 2 vessels on or around. So yeah, just docking them will do both of those, of course. So we'll be doing that. We'll be gathering science data from space around Minmus, and we'll be planting a flag on Minmus. We do all 3 of those in one fell swoop. Let's go in here and take a look at what craft we have that can actually do that. It's an untitled spaceship. Let's go ahead and delete that. Okay, what do we have here? Minmus Explorer. Is this? Let's go ahead and load it up. Is this the one that landed? It is. So this one went ahead and went to Minmus before and landed successfully. So we can definitely use this with some minor modifications. Let's take that off. You know what? Let's just leave everything alone. Yes, let's leave everything exactly the way it is, because I want to get as much science as I can. Let's do this. Let's take that off. And let's put on a docking port. Okay. And, excuse me, since this is what's actually going to be... There we go. This is what's actually going to be docking with another vessel up there. Let's go ahead and make sure that we have our tanks that we need. Here's a monopropellant tank. I don't think we're going to need that much, actually. It's a liquid fuel tank. I like when there's like these tanks. I'm going to show you a smaller one. There's these tanks right here, but they have monopropellant in them. I would prefer that, because I would just stick it right there. But anyway, we don't need a whole ton of monopropellant. So we can put those there, and there, and just stick it right on there. That's fine. Okay, so now we have the capability to dock this thing with another craft. And yeah, well enough. I think that's going to be fine, just the way it is. We've already flown this thing before, so we know it works. It's going to be overpowered for the mission at hand, but I think that's going to be okay. I don't like the way this clips into this, even though it would be fine in terms of the game engine. I don't like looking at it, so I'm going to move these. Also, I'm going to turn these. For some reason, I like them better like that. Okay, that's okay. Battery, solar. Yeah, okay, everything's fine. We're going to put Wilny on this one. He's going to be the guy to actually go down and plant a flag. That's what this is going to be all about. So let's put Wilny in there, and so we don't take up too much time, let's just go ahead and launch this. Just making sure that this is a solid craft. But yeah, we've flown it before, so I know for a fact that it is. Check the staging anyway. There we go. There. Okay. Yeah, let's go. In fact, we don't need these, because we're not bringing this craft back. So let's take those off. Make it a little bit lighter. Okay, let's do that. Now the mission, well, let me launch and then I'll explain exactly what the mission is. What we're going to be doing. Material study while landed at Kerbin's launch pad. And surface sample. Unfortunately, this guy can't, Fortunately, he can't reset this science thing here, otherwise I would do that. But we can get that some other time. I might bring a scientist on the other mission. So let's go ahead and EVA him real quick while I'm thinking about it. And grab a surface sample. And then hop back in. Here we go. Turn these off. And let's store that in here. Right there. Cool. Okay. Anyway, 3, 2, 1, launch. I want to say I had a problem with this craft. I'm not flying particularly well. I don't remember. But anyway, this should work. So what we're going to do is we're going to send him up, and we're going to send him to Minmus all by himself. And he's going to land on Minmus and start doing science. And then we're going to send up another vessel, which is going to go and it's going to orbit Minmus and fly around above him. And he's going to go back up, orbit Minmus as well. Then we'll rendezvous. He'll hop into the other capsule, trade off all the science that he got, put it in the other capsule. That's why I'm not worried about returning this. He'll hop in, and then that will be what actually comes back home. And that should satisfy all the requirements. And also be kind of just a cool mission to boot. Kind of a combination of all the things that we've done so far. And we really need to get some of these missions done. We need to be making money. And getting reputation so we can be getting different missions. So, yep, I was right. This craft, it's okay. It doesn't have the greatest stability. I'm not getting the best flight profile that I could out of it. But it is okay. It's flying okay. Let's go ahead and park him at about 80. And now let's go a little higher. I'm going to buy myself a little bit more time and space. This thing has way too much Delta V, especially because he's not coming back home. Let's go ahead and detach those. And park that about 90. Ooh, no. 9? No, stop! I did it again. Add maneuver. And let's go ahead. Set up a circularization, as always. And yoink. 92, 87. Beautiful. A 3-minute burn, which I don't believe. How far am I? Oh, there we go. I'm in space now. 2-minute burn. There we go. And I think this actually is a little bit of a better profile than I did last time. I don't remember. 5, 4, 3, 2, go. So I didn't think, and I want to say they may have changed this in the past, or maybe I just didn't read the mission description well enough. But see how we have this, where is he at? Commercial, right here. Commercial Space Station Alpha. So we have a space station in flight, and I tested it to make sure that you can actually go to it and access it, and you can. Like, I can actually fly the thing around. In the past when I've played, and again, this may be like an update that they did, or maybe it's just, maybe I'm just wrong in some way. In the past, whenever you send a satellite up to space for another company, once it's up there and you leave that vessel, then it just kind of disappears. Like, you've sent it up there and it's somebody else's vessel, and you're not allowed to fly it. That seems to not be the case. It seems like I can actually use this vessel myself. So, I could have turned that into my own personal space station from the get, and I didn't. So, not a big deal. Same thing is true with these satellites over here around the moon. So what I'll probably do, the reason I brought this up is what I'll probably do is just terminate them, because I don't really like all the stuff everywhere. Like when I'm flying, I like to see my orbit, and I'm not really concerned with other people's orbits. But there are ways to turn that off. Let's see. Like I can do that, and just and not look at it. So I am aware of that. But at any rate, I probably will be terminating some of these missions unless I can think of a reason why I shouldn't. Which right now I can't. Am I okay? Yeah, this is a long burn for this vessel, but I am going to circularize with that first stage, so that's pretty cool. And boop, well enough. Cool. Let's go ahead and quick save while I'm thinking about it. We'll select Minmus as our target. Excuse me. We'll see if we get lucky. We'll see if we get lucky with a maneuver here. Just inject us right at Minmus. We may or may not. Oh. And look at that. Yep. Got lucky again. Got lucky again. I was told I can do this. I can click on this, and then I can press backspace. Maybe it was... okay, backspace is not working. Not enter. Surely it wouldn't be enter. Control tab? That focus is doing if I go forward, Ike. Jewel. Shift tab? No, shift tab is stop. That's my Steam overlay. I forgot about that. Alt tab? No, that of course Alt tab does that. I'm thinking about stuff and I'm not paying attention to stuff that I know about how these buttons work. Okay, well, backspace did not work. Maybe I misread the comment. I was told backspace will go. You can go forward to select other things, but well, at any rate, let's go ahead into Minmus here, and I will adjust my maneuver. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta click on it. There we go. Focus from this view, and I'll adjust my maneuver. Oh, okay. Where did it go? Did I press the wrong button? Let's see. Oh, wrong way. I'm sorry. Wrong way. Let me go back. I think it's because of that burn has thrown me off course. That's what's happening here. Shucks, because I burned and I was all willy-nilly with the controls. It's thrown me off, and I'm not going to get that intercept that I was otherwise getting. Let's reduce the delta V here. And just wiggle this thing around and see if I can get something better. Oh, I think I am getting it. There we are. Yes, I am still getting an intercept. It's a very, very short one, though. Let's see if I can up this by a lot. Down. I really want to use this if I can. This window here. I'm afraid it's going to be too short. Minmus escape 5 days. Minmus encounter 5 days, 2 hours, 55 minutes. So let's say 5 days and 3 hours. This is 5 days and 4 hours. So yeah, I've got plenty of time while I'm out here. So this is well enough. This is gonna be okay. It is a little underneath the planet though, but whatever. This is gonna be fine. This is fine. Yeah, I think I messed up my intercept when I was pressing shift to try to control my focus, my view. But c'est la vie. Hopefully you guys don't mind that too much. Let's go ahead and warp it to our node. Getting a little late in the video. I'm going to try to speed this thing up a little bit. We're already at 14 minutes. 7, 10, 9, hurry up. So yeah, it's a 2-minute burn. Okay. Just anything at this point is fine. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a maneuver over here-ish. And I'm going to try to do some radial maneuvers here to bring it... Ooh, too much. Cancel that. Why is this not changing? Or is it? Man, I've had several of these types of problems with this game so far, where the thing is just not moving. Minmus encounter. Maybe it changed focuses. Let's see. There we go. Add maneuver. And yeah, now it's moving. I don't know what that was all about. I wonder if I can change, if I can click it now and see the effect it has. Yeah, there we go. I wonder about that. Anyway, there we go. And do a little bit of a radial burn. Anti-normal, radial, anti-normal. Click on the periapsis so I can see what I'm doing here. And let's bring it down pretty low. That's pretty low. Alright. And there we go. Nice and equatorial. Or almost, anyway. It'll be kind of hard to tell until I get out there. Okay. I think that'll be okay. Right there. Nice and low and around the equator. That's a 3-second burn, so practically nothing. Let's go back to my craft and make sure we're facing the sun with the solar panels. And overdid it. Overdid it, but that's okay. Let's do a little bit over in this kind of direction. There we go. And I'll do the rest of it by ear. We'll do an anti-normal. Let's see. Right here. Yeah. Perhaps it's a 28. We'll do radio N. With respect to... Well, I think it's going to be with the target. Nope, wrong way. Radial out. And... there we go, okay. Quick save. Let's warp all the way over here. Go ahead and select retrograde, so it's already prepared to go. And let's bring her in for an orbit. Land somewhere nice and flat. Might land right over here. I'm doing fine on fuel. That's so much fuel. There. Okay. Let's quick save. I'm putting the projected landing zone at the end of this little flat area because I'm going to be killing my lateral velocity in this area. And I still want to have some height above the ground, so I don't want those two things to happen at the same time. That's the idea. Let's go ahead and warp here-ish. Switch to the view. Grab the surface indicator. There we go. And, oops. Surface. Stability assist. And we'll just go a little further. There we go. Open up my landing gear. Kill all my lateral velocity. Yep, I'm over the flats now, so we're good. And push that retrograde marker onto the very top of the nav ball. Right there. Point retrograde. I'll turn that off. And let's go ahead and switch the, there we go, terrain, the altimeter here. Way down to about 500 meters. Okay. Burn off about half that velocity. Wait till about 100 meters. Maybe a little sooner. There we go. And this is about landing speed, so I'm going to slowly kill that speed, trying to time it just right. There it is. Gorgeous. We'll let it settle out real quick. There we go. And, oh yeah, here we go. Minmus's Great Flats. So all kind of cool stuff to do here. Crew report, temperature scan, pressure scan, that. Load all those up. Let's do an EVA and a surface. Alright. Load it up. Load everything into here. Close that up. Let's send him on EVA again. And there we go. Get him to plant a flag. Hurry up. LZ2. Oops. Last second landing. Wilny. How about this? Second landing. I love it here. Wilny. There we go. We got a little smart ass here. And let's hop him back in the craft. And we'll send the other guys here to rescue him. Even though he can easily get home if he wanted to. We're going to send a rescue mission this way. So, let's go ahead and go back to the Space Center. Hurry up and load. There we go. Go away. Alright, so we need multiple crew seats, which this is a good candidate for that one. This has 3 crew seats. This one has 2, I think. No, one of these has 2. Maybe not. There it is. This one has 2. This one only has 1. Yeah, so we're going to send this one up. This has room for 3 people. So we'll design around that. Here we go. Oh wait, hold on. This needs to dock. Very important. This needs to dock. So let's go ahead and put the Clampatron on there. There we go. I hope that mates with the other one. I think it will. But I have to admit, I'm not entirely sure that it will. Let's go ahead and put parachutes on the side. And drogue chutes as well. A little concerned with this one. We're going to do 3. Just in case. The thing is kind of heavy. Okay. Drogue chutes, radial chutes. A fuel tank. And an engine. This poodle is the one that kind of fits this one and has the good efficiency. So yeah, that buys me almost $2,000 in space, so that's plenty. How about a decoupler and a thermometer? I mean a heat shield. Okay. Before we go any further, solar, so don't forget that. And a battery would be nice. I don't have anywhere to put it. How about just stick it on the side? Put the batteries here over the windows. There we go. And let's see. We need maneuverability while in space, so we're going to need some monopropellant. Move these there, then these there. Okay, yeah, that looks good. And then the control surfaces, where are they at? There we go. I'm gonna put these anywhere for now, and then load up the center of mass indicator, and put them kind of over the center of mass. There we go. So it's over the center of mass, and that should work the same as putting them on the other side of the center of the mass. So that should be okay. Actually, I'll put them a little lower because the fuel, as the fuel drains from here, oh, it rises. Never mind. Take that back. Put them up as high as I can. There we go. And that should be fine. So this little guy will land for us. Let's make sure the crew is proper. Go away, go away. Put the engineer in there. This will be Jeb and the engineer. Actually, Jeb's got more science, more experience than Valentina, so let's go ahead and put Val in there. So Val and Bill, and then the third seat will be for Wilny. Cool. So that's what actually needs to go bring them home. Let's design the rest of it. Yoink. Let's just start with 3. The skipper. Okay. Alright, that and that need to be on the same stage for calculation purposes. And then next to be on the bottom. Also, let's go ahead and put the drogues first while I'm thinking about it. Okay. There we go. So thrust to weight is almost there with 0.97. Sorry, I bumped the mic. But my delta V is fantastic. So I need more thrust to weight. I'll put these delta deluxes on. And grab hydraulics. Let's move this. Put a little bit higher up. There we go. I can take these off. I don't need all those. Aerodynamics. These guys are the ones that fit. Okay, now let's look at it. Now we have a thrust rate of 1.34. Let's do the proper fuel management here. I said let's do the proper fuel management here. There we go. Also, these are off center. And there. That's fine. Now this needs to be readjusted. Connected there, and then connect the struts right here. Okay, now it's all properly strutted. This 0.96 thrust to weight, I don't think is going to be an issue. This is after the first stage detaches, but we'll be so high in the atmosphere and so much lighter that I will have over a 1 thrust to weight ratio. So this is actually fine. Indeed, the second stage gets us all the way up to 5,500 meters a second, which should be enough to get us to Minmus itself. And then I have 1,500 delta V to do all of the maneuvers around Minmus and come back home and land. So this should be more than enough. So yes, this little craft here should be able to do that. I'm lifting up these engines as opposed to putting them down, so I have a little bit more maneuverability. I'm going to try to raise this center of mass a little bit. So here we go. So we'll call this one the Minmus meetup. Why not? Save that, and let's do a check real quick. Those, that. Okay, solar panels, batteries. Ooh, I'm glad I did this because I'm definitely missing something. Let's put it here. Payload. Service bay. Absolutely missing some stuff. That can go in there. Science in there. A little ball of science in here too. So this will need to be redesigned just a little bit while I do this. There. Because we need to recover science from Kerb and from Minmus as well. So we'll put all the instruments on there so we can get science. And with this thing right here, I'll be able to collect the science that's in the other craft and put it all in this one instead. Okay, close that up. And then now let's think about redesigning this a little bit. There we go. That should be fine. That should be fine. Let's put 4 of these on there. What's happening? There we go. And let's check our delta V now. 6773 with 1300 in space should be plenty. So here we go. Let's save that and let's go. All right, let's go up there and get Wilny. Save him for the second time from space. All this time he's not technically stranded. We stranded him on purpose, so he's just waiting. Now that I have an engineer on board, you'll see that I'll start getting these stats up here. So that's really handy. That means the Kerbal engineer is working. So we're going to use this to our advantage to meet up with Minmus here shortly. So yeah, that's one of the effects of having an engineer on board. Now this orbit that I have on the other craft is pretty highly inclined, so I'm going to try to match that with this one if I can. It's going to be kind of tricky to do though. So if I burn east, I will come around like this. So I want to have this kind of thing going on. So instead of burning east, we're going to burn more southeast. Right, so southeast. So I have to kind of adjust that. So turn on that. I think we've done everything he needs to do, so we're going to go that way. Alright. That's not the best, but close. Let's check out the fuel situation. What would I rather do? He's behind me. He's behind. Let's go ahead and do all the maneuvers with this craft. So let's go ahead and set him as a target. We might just be able to circle on the planet several times. That's okay. So here's a descending node, and we'll go to anti-normal. Pull this one back up. Oh, I don't have the Kerbal engineer. I'll just do it by eye. Come up to the descending node, and there. Start burning normal to correct this a little bit. There we go. Now we're starting to get a close approach. Alright. And let's burn prograde now that we've matched our orbits pretty well, actually. We'll burn prograde. And now let's spend a little time just flying around. Before I do anything else, I want to make sure that I'm getting sunlight. As always, I'm going to burn normal or point normal. That's just where I like to point to make sure that I get sunlight. There we go. And likewise here, let's go ahead and switch here. Just making sure that we're not running out of battery power. Okay, he's fine. He's pointing at the sun. Alright, set him as our target. Switch to. Map view. And let's just fly around the moon several times. See if there's a window for me to get closer somewhere. Oof. All right. That's a close approach. However, I'm going to be going very fast with relation to him. I don't want to do that. So let's turn the speed down a little bit. There we go. Bring that in. What's our approach looking like? Separation. Oh, 3.2 kilometers? That's nothing. Okay. Yeah, well, there we go. That's a good one. Quick save so I don't lose this one just in case. And it's 31 minutes away. Okay, 4.7 is fine by me. Quick save again. And let's fly around there. So not the cleanest thing so far. In terms of, having to do a lot of maneuvers, and I've got this hugely inclined orbit, but managed to correct a lot of that away. Alright, there we go. See if I can kill our relative velocity. Where is he? And there he is. Let's kill some of that velocity while putting him on the target. And let's burn towards him a little bit, so I'm picking up speed in his direction, just so we can close this gap a little faster. And coming in beautifully. A little hot. So just prepare ourselves. And let's just go ahead and kill it. We're under 100 meters away. There we go. It says we should be killing our relative velocity. I'm going to point at him and have him point at me. Switch to this craft. And there we go. Oh, I didn't even use this upper stage. Let's go ahead and detach this. Let's make everything a little bit easier. Just to use the smaller craft to make everything a lot easier. There we go. Point with relation to the horizon. Turn on RCS. I can go ahead and go into docking mode with this craft. And there we go. Just start flying straight at him. He's pointing at me, I'm pointing at him. Let's turn around and make sure that he's doing the same thing. Docking mode, let's go to staging mode. There we go. Yeah, and they're pointing directly at each other, moving in slowly. Let's speed this up a little bit. 1 meter a second. This should be no problem. Here we go. Gorgeous. And it did dock just fine. I was worried about this little collar right here, stopping the two from docking, but that turned out to not be a problem at all. This thing is completely full of fuel, so that's not a problem at all. In fact, I can bring this whole craft back. I really don't even need to transfer these guys, but I think I am going to transfer the crew Wilny into here, because I did not prepare this thing to survive, right? Survive re-entry. Liquid fuel. I still have liquid fuel in there. Yeah, I have a ton of liquid fuel and stuff. How am I doing on my missions here? We've managed to rendezvous those. We're going to scientific data from space around Kerbin, it says. Let's go ahead and open this up. Let's do a goo and a material study just to say we did it. There we go. And I'm going to collect all from here. So now this thing has 10 experiments on the inside of it. And close that up. And this, I'm just going to check to make sure. If I open this up, this should have no experiments inside. Oops, I was on the wrong side. Yeah, that right there. Yes, it has no experiments inside. So now I have all the experiments where I need it. So transmit or recover scientific data from space. Yeah, so now I just did that. And then plant a flag was already, that's okay. I knew there was a third one. Plant a flag has already been accomplished. So now we can just go home. So let's go to where are we at with relation to Kerbin. Oh, we're actually good already. Let's go ahead and point prograde. Turn off RCS. And start burning. There we go. We're heavily inclined orbit. Let's go out to our apoapsis. And select retrograde. And I might transfer some fuel from one craft to another just to demonstrate that. There we go. And we're going to look right here at our periapsis height. Oop, getting a moon intercept. 765, 4, 3, 2, start slowing down. 1. And we are within 1,000, oh, almost. Within 1,000 kilometers. Come on, hurry up. I'm being overcautious. Bring this guy down 43, a little deeper than normal. That's okay. And now I want to see if I can do this. So it should be Alt-click on that and Alt-click over here. Yes. If you alt-click both of them, now that I have fuel systems unlocked, I can click in over here, and it'll draw the fuel from here and bring it over there. There we go. So now we're going to do this maneuver with a completely full tank of fuel. So there we go. Go ahead and undock these two. This will just burn up in Kerbin's atmosphere now. I have all 3 people on board, right? Yep. Now with the fuel tank of fuel, let's just go ahead and warp back home. Alright, and we just kind of cruise through the atmosphere. Hopefully these parachutes are going to be enough to land this thing entirely. I think it probably will be. And you don't have the authority. Send out the drogues. Hopefully this slows us down enough. Oh, you know what else I could have done? I could have saved some fuel and then burned closer to the ground. I think that might be what I do if this fails. Oh, no, 10 meters a second? Should be fine. If anything explodes, it'll be this engine. Yeah, so I made a mistake there. I put this below the decoupler instead of above it. And as a result, I was not going to be able to recapture that. So let's see. That's fine. Yeah, the engine blows up, but I saved the data. Let's go ahead and recover the vessel. Yeah, not the cleanest thing, but that's what happens when you put parts in the wrong part of the ship. 583 science. I'm sorry, 538 science. Next. He's level 2 now, which is exactly why I sent him. And yes, it did complete the missions. So there we go. All 3 missions done in one fell swoop. Very cool. Sorry, the commentary was a little wonky on this one. I'm going to have to do some editing to, which I don't normally have to do. In fact, I made a mention of that in the last episode, but I am going to have to edit this one, I think, to make it a little bit more palatable, just because the sheer length of it and some things that were happening in my house while I was trying to record. But at any rate, thank you for being here. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode. So thanks so much.